Darling, aren't you supposed to be at the Alliance meeting today? Why are you still busy in the study? Damon walked up behind me and began massaging my shoulders, just like he used to, asking gently. I closed my laptop, looked up, and smiled. Torin's teacher mentioned he's been coughing a bit lately. I contacted the most renowned pediatric healer and scheduled an examination tomorrow. Every time Torin has the slightest sniffle, you worry so much, Damon said, touching my hair with a moved expression. When Torin grows up, he'll definitely take good care of you. I looked at Damon and replied matter-of-factly, I'm Torin's mother. Who else should I care for if not him? Damon smiled tenderly. Darling, finding you as my Luna and raising a child with you is the greatest happiness of my life. As I met Damon's loving gaze, I smiled faintly but said nothing. Damon and I had been in love for 3 years and bound as mates for 7. 10 years had passed, filled with countless memories. When I first met him, he was the Alpha of the Silver Moon Pack, and I was the daughter of the Alpha of the Golden Moon Pack. After our packs formed an alliance, mine merged into his. I took on all the managerial responsibilities, while he spent his days lazing around, carefree. I often asked myself why I married someone less capable than me. Was it simply because he provided emotional comfort? Was it because I believed he loved me? When I was sick or exhausted, he took care of me with utmost tenderness. Whether it was a special occasion or just an ordinary moment, he always surprised me. In moments of passion, he would hold me tightly and whisper that he would love me forever. Aunt Elora, you're finally here. The sound of my son's excited voice suddenly rang out in the living room. I immediately stood up and walked out of the study. There, I saw Elora stepping through the front door. She skillfully picked up my son and kissed his cheek affectionately. Little Torin, did you miss me? As soon as she finished speaking, Elora suddenly noticed me standing at the doorway, watching her. Her smile froze, and her expression instantly turned uneasy. Before she could say anything, Damon quickly stepped forward to explain. Dear, there's a jungle-themed parent-child event at Torin's kindergarten today. I thought you were busy with work, so I didn't mention it to you. I specifically asked Elora to come and help out. Hearing this, Elora hurriedly put Torin down and nervously added, Yes, my Luna. You've supported me for so many years, and I've always been grateful to you. I wanted to repay your kindness. As soon as Alpha Damon called me, I rushed over. Seeing her flustered attempts to cover up, I couldn't help but recall the day Torin was born. Back then, also on the pretext of visiting a newborn baby, Elora accompanied Damon and waited for me to give birth at the Healer Lodge. She was very excited, walking back and forth in the hallway, her hands constantly rubbing together. The moment I gave birth, she was the first to rush over and cling to my son, her eyes red with excitement. The midwife, seeing her reaction, couldn't help but joke. Who are you to the child? You look even more excited than the mother. At that time, Elora had worn the same guilty expression, her eyes darting around nervously. Now, seeing my silence, Elora continued to explain. My Luna, I just thought Torin was so adorable that I couldn't help but kiss him. You won't blame me, will you? I smiled gently and replied calmly. Of course not. I've been so busy with work that I've neglected my family. I should be thanking you for helping me take care of Torin. Hearing this, both Elora and Damon visibly relaxed. Meanwhile, Torin ran up to me, his innocent eyes wide as he asked, Mom, are you going to the meeting today, or are you coming to kindergarten with me and Dad? I patted his head and asked, What does little Torin want Mommy to do? Without hesitation, Torin replied, I want Mommy to go to work, and then Aunt Elora and Dad can take me to kindergarten. Seemingly afraid of his son's blabbering, Damon immediately held his son in his arms and explained to me, Dear, Torin just doesn't want to disturb your work. Last time, he even said you've been working too hard and told me not to bother you unless it's important. Torin is such a thoughtful child, Elora chimed in, nodding. Only someone as exceptional as Luna Heiress could raise such a well-behaved son. I smiled at Torin and said, Then we'll do as Torin says. Hearing this, Torin jumped up and down with joy, completely forgetting about me as he grabbed Elora and Damon's hands and pulled them toward the door. Watching the happy scene of their little family, I smiled indifferently. Heiress, How can you still smile at a time like this? My wolf pressed her paws down, tilting her head to ask me. I can smile. The happier they are now, the harder they'll cry later.